Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here. I want to thank you all for tuning in to watch as we head into this episode. Particularly want to thank our Patreon supporters and our $25 tier supporters there, who are Rowan Parker, Drevian Alexander, Samantha Bates, Cat Waterflame, and Elle, without whom we wouldn't be able to do nearly as much of the stuff that we do. So thank you very much for supporting us over the years, and thank you those of you that are watching live. And if you are watching live, please sit back, relax, enjoy. And we're live! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this episode of The Twilight Nights. I'm John, your game master for the evening. Joining me today is William.
Started with me first for once. Okay. Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Gorsarat, the Sith pureblood Makashi duelist, and I should roll Destiny. A dark side.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Plunk Kikek, the Mystic Seer and Consular Sage. He's a Jawa, and damn proud of it. One light side. Which is good, because he's almost dead.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Vazia. She's a pureblood Sith, Gia Berserker, and dark side.
And Mara.
I'm Mar. I'm playing Nariz, droid, consular healer, and Nimin disciple. And scroll up. To light side.
And Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I am playing SD, a Zeltron Shadow, and do light side.
Light outweighs dark this week. And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Fuck the police. I don't know why Jack reacted so violently to that one.
I had interactions this week, let's just say.
Fair. I had a cop parked at like the entrance to a Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall as I was coming back from dropping my son off from school, with a radar gun out, trying to catch parents after they dropped their kids off, rather than being on the road where a bunch of people were driving in the wrong lane of traffic to skip by the carpool lane, endangering everybody. He was sitting further down the street waiting for speeders.
Oh, we had one outside of Griffin School waiting to pull parents over. He goes to a church private pre-K.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a cop outside the church waiting to pull parents over, because why not?
Gotta get those speeding parents.
There's certainly nowhere better that he could actually be doing his job.
Yeah, like the guy that just less than a block down the fucking street, where rather than taking 2 minutes to go an alternate direction, sorry, this is a long rant of mine. I'm going to skip that. Anyways, people piss me the fuck off.
Welcome to the Final Show Film podcast, where we complain about the police.
We complain about society. Because
we live in one.
Nope.
Look, I'll complain about the police all day long.
It's
all right, we're
almost
starting
like
with
we're
Sting.
brothers.
William, get another experience point for that. Just one extra experience point. It's completely useless, but you get it.
Right,
The extra one does nothing, because everything works in increments of 5.
Everything works in increments of 5. It's useless, but you get it anyway.
We'll just talk.
Fuck you and y'all's Joker memes.
Anyways, when last we left off, y'all were being shot at.
A lot.
And I believe it is top of the PC round. So an NPC initiative just went. The bandits, the two groups of bandits that are on the other side of the ship that most of you are currently ducked behind, went a firing, and is now the top of the round. First PC slot. Who wants to go?
I think someone should try to kill a Wookiee.
Avazi would like to go if that's okay.
Heck yeah.
So you are currently standing outside of the ship. You know the Wookiee is on the inside of it, but you cannot see where he is right now. What you gonna do?
Is there an obvious way for me to get in, or do I have to make my own way in?
There is the airlock that he sort of popped out of and then closed behind him again.
Okay. I will go through there.
Okay, so you're gonna go try to open up the airlock? Are you just gonna try to like grab it and wrench it open? What are you gonna do?
Can I just shove my saber there and burn the thing open?
Yeah, you can do that.
That way, if there's anyone right there, I'll just, hurt them.
All right, go make an attack roll on the door.
Okay, what's the difficulty on this?
Difficulty 2, standard engaged attack.
Okay. Got success.
All right.
And
So
3 advantages.
now I need you to make a. I need you to make a resilience check.
All right.
Difficulty 4.
Oh.
Something go boom.
What is that?
Yeah, that's you stuck a lightsaber into something explosive.
That's my guess anyway. Boom.
All right. So you stuff the lightsaber into the door, and as you basically bury the lightsaber to the hilt in the door and begin carving. And as you do, you smell something acrid, and the doors explode out towards you. You don't get knocked prone and thrown backwards. You do, however, take
190.
No.
190 wounds.
You do take 8 wounds, which you can soak.
Okay.
As the doors shrapnel out towards you, and you are you feel sort of a burning sensation as you look down and you see that you have been covered. You and your armor have been covered in this sort of sizzling bioluminescent fluid. Your armor takes a quality reduction as it is damaged, as does anything you are holding open. So, like your lightsaber also takes one damage step.
Okay. What do I do for that? For those
It's your item inventory.
Mm-hmm.
You can see your armor has a condition box. Change that from new to the step below it.
Minor.
And same thing with your lightsaber.
Yep.
Okay.
And then go to combat and find your lightsaber and do the same thing again. Yeah. Not your concealing robes, your Biscargum.
Did I use the wrong one?
Yeah.
The concealing robes aren't still equipped, are they?
No. There's no equipped status to the item inventory.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it does.
It's just the concealing robes are listed first.
They do modify your soak if they're listed, is the thing. So
no, they don't. They don't actually change your soak value. Your soak value is a manual set.
Yep. That is true. These sheets don't automatically calculate.
I thought they did at one point.
They might have, but they don't now.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, say you reduce the condition down, and basically, with as the condition worsens, you get penalties for using them. The penalties are automatic, in the weapons. Since the armor aren't calculated, I don't know if they are, but I don't know if there are penalties for the.
I don't think there are penalties for armor. They just eventually break.
Just eventually breaks. So.
Yep. Also, I hate to think what this shit is if it can do that to Beskar.
combination of it and the door exploding.
Yeah, no, valid.
I'm
Scargum-
really glad I succeeded on that.
Beskargum, yeah, no, it would have been a lot more damage. Beskargum is tough, but it's still a solid, which means it can still be damaged.
Tell that to Adamantium. Hmm?
Well, adamantium is cheat comic book material, not material in an RPG that I'm running.
That's fair.
Also, it can be damaged. Ask Magneto.
Manipulate
Yes, that's not damage.
it. Don't
ask,
get Jeremy and I started.
ask Wolverine if it felt like damage or not.
That's damage to his flesh and bone.
By
Not
the
the
adamantium. The
Okay,
adamantium
so-
don't give a fuck.
So I get it open.
It's open, yeah.
Okay.
What you doing now?
I'm
Doors
gonna
open.
drop down into it.
We'll walk into it.
Oh, walk in. Sorry, I thought I was.
All right. So you
oh,
step. You take a
okay.
couple of steps in. You look and you see. You look over to the right and you see that Wookiee looking back at you, with something in his hand.
Hey.
Click. I need you to make this time. I need you to make a coordination check, difficulty 3.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing for the week.
Calling it now.
So you go, hey, he goes, click, and there is a snapping sound as your feet sink together, and a cable that you didn't see when you stepped in whips you out of the spaceship. You all watch as Avasia gets trebucheted out the back of this ship, up and around, and slams onto the roof of it. You take another 4 wounds and are restrained.
Are those soakable?
Yeah, it's soakable.
So she takes no wounds.
You take no wounds, but you're
I am
like,
restrained though.
you are, yeah, you're strapped up and you're on the roof of this thing. He's a bounty hunter, and you left him alone inside.
Oh yeah, no, totally makes sense to me.
He's really good at making traps and fighting Jedi.
Good for him. It's nice to have, talents.
So yeah, you all watch Shavasi just get yoinked out of the ship. Next PC slot.
Question. Well, no, it was 3 failures. So, because I was going to say battle meditation would have applied to all of those things, right?
Yes.
Right.
No would have changed any of the outcomes.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
So when
Jeremy.
you say on the top of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
like where on the top of the ship? Like, is it somewhere that can easily be reached?
So the ship would be was extracted from the other thing. It was combined size 4 by itself to size 2. So it would be about 2 range bands up to where she's at. You'd have to climb or jump if you're had force jump.
Nope. Is that something? Because I'm always weird. I'm always weird about this. Is that something that you can take? You could take take strain on a second maneuver to do and still have an action.
Yeah, you can maneuver,
Okay.
climb,
I'll
strain,
take it
second
then.
maneuver, climb. All right, so athletics check to climb.
So yes, I'm going to try to climb my way up, so we can hopefully create one of our fighters. Athletics, yeah, that's gonna go well. Sure, I will spend one of our destinies already. See how this goes. Div 2.
Yeah, div 2.
There's one.
Yay.
Yeah, you make it one
So
range
it's
band
2.
up. You make it one range band up, so another athletics check.
Okay. Don't feel like I should spend 2 destiny.
Do it. You rolled 2. They're rightfully yours to spend.
That's true. You know what?
You're one of the only ones that rolled 2 light side, in fact.
Because
Bad
otherwise,
influence,
we
Sean.
lose one of our fighters for a bit.
That's a success. You have battle meditation.
Yeah, you make it all the way up.
All right. And
You
I
see-
take
you
2
see
strain for
Avasia.
that, correct?
You see Avasia. Yeah, you say take your strength for that. You see Avasia wrapped in this cabling.
Saber out. I'm going to go cut through it.
Okay. Because you're you, I want you to
What's
make
that
me
mean?
I want you to make me I want you to make me a skullduggery check.
Okay.
Difficulty 2. Because you're Esty.
I was gonna say, is that because? Are you saying because you're you, and I know you're gonna roll poorly? Roll dice.
No, this is because this is relevant to Esty's background specifically.
2 successes and a throw.
All right, so you ignite the lightsaber,
3
and you
successes.
go to cut the cable, and you
3,
think
yeah.
about it for a second. He primed the door to explode when it was cut with a lightsaber.
God damn it!
That thought crosses your mind before you cut the cable. Is there anything else you'd like to do other than cut the cable with your lightsaber right now?
As you realize that she is wrapped in debt cord.
I'll start to untie, if possible. Figure out how to get her free.
Go ahead and give me a you can either give me a skullduggery or streetwise check then. Difficulty 2.
We'll do skullduggery. You would think that SD would be good at figuring out how to
Disarm
untie
shit.
people. Untie people.
Oh, untie people specifically. Another 3 successes.
and advantage.
Yeah, untying and tying up are 2 distinctly different skills.
Yes and no. Yes.
I can tie a knot to end all knots. I can't untie a knot for shit.
Then you're not good at tying. Well, I won't say you're not good at tying knots.
Not good at tying the type of knots you need to be able to tie for the sort of things that Esty's tying.
Exactly.
But I can
This
tie a
isn't
knot.
like just yanking stuff together until it won't come off.
I can tie a knot that'll never come undone.
Yeah, well, so can anybody.
Anyways, so you sort of take a moment and stop and analyze.
Yep.
And 2 things pop into your brain. 1, you recognize this technique. This is specifically this is a technique that Mandalorians use to fight multiple Jedi at once. They will set up a series of escalating traps that are specifically keyed to damage Jedi for their strengths. So, like, things that if you apply too much pressure to them will explode, or if you apply a lot of heat to them very rapidly will explode, or something like that. And then they sort of compound these things into multi-layered traps, so that a Jedi that isn't cautious will trigger one, and then a cascading failure of traps will kill them,
Right.
or incapacitate them. So you're looking at this. And he got a really good read on you from a very short period of time, because what's wrapped around Avasia is explosive, is thermally triggered explosive cord, which would instantly explode if Avasia tried to cut it free with her lightsaber.
Okay.
And because it's wrapped around her tightly, would do a lot of damage regardless of her armor.
Right.
So, with that knowledge in your brain now, you begin to very carefully unwrap Avasia. It's going to take you a second action on your next turn to fully unwrap her, because it's a very well done trap knot. But you are not blowing her and yourself up right now, which is the benefit here.
Right. Don't worry, I'm experienced with this.
Question: if it's thermally activated, is it not sensitive to just being cut with a knife?
Yeah.
It's a cable. It's not like a rope,
Mhm.
so it'd be harder to cut it with a knife.
Even
anyways.
cutting with a knife when it's a cable that big, there's a certain amount of friction that you don't want around explosives.
Yeah, you're going to
Mhm.
generate heat even using a knife.
Yeah.
I was thinking vibro knife. Just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, vibro
Vibro
knife would probably basically do the exact same thing.
Yeah, a vibro
because
knife
you've
would
got
have
an
the
en-
same effect.
Yeah, you've got an energy discharge happening real damn close and
Yeah, what if-
very
You're
focused.
just a
Yeah.
wizard, and you're gonna use ice knife, and that's
What a-
really
What a vibro knife does for the uninitiated is it is a vibrator, like that kind, attached to a reciprocating blade, and it goes real fast. That's what a vibro knife does. A lot of heat right there. A lot of kinetic energy.
that's why if you've seen it in the first season of The Mandalorian, he had a knife that just kind of went. That was
Yeah,
a vibro knife.
that's a vibro knife.
Yep. It sure is.
Anyways, NPC slot. The Wookiee's turn. Oh man, I accidentally pressed it. The Wookiee's turn. So the Wookiee inside the ship. Those of you that are on the ground near the ship still, just hear a Wookiee guffaw, and that's it. Next PC slot. So Avassian and Esty have gone.
Yep.
Nereus, Plunk, and Corserath are left. Now,
And Nereus is right next to Plunk because Nereus just healed Plunk.
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
Nereus
Okay.
and Plunk are next to the ship. Corserath is further away, flat on the ground. Plunk and Nereus, you both can tell that where they're at, Avassian and Esty are no longer getting any cover from where the blaster fire was coming previously.
Mm-hmm.
that's not good.
Not super great.
Blanc, you can't just like cave this entire ship in on that Wookiee, can you? Just force crunch.
Doesn't have
Can I?
bind. You don't have bind.
Bind is for people. This is for objects. Can I force crush with move?
You like crush is part of bind.
Just
too,
compress the
or-
entire ship down onto him.
Yeah, you could theoretically crush it. Yeah,
I mean, they're on top.
I'm sure that won't have any negative effects.
No, it'll be totally fine.
Yeah, no, you could absolutely crush it if you used enough force power. I'll say basically you're like pulling two sides of it, so
Right,
you,
yeah. Just
you would target
right, yeah.
you would target the top and target the bottom and move them towards each other.
It's each other. Right. Yep. Okay.
You can, if you had enough force power, you could also target the sides and move them towards each other and compact it.
Yep. I'm going to make a roll for Plunk. Let's see here. This is just an incidental kind of, probably warfare for battle tactics and that sort of thing.
Sure, difficulty 2 warfare.
Okay. No, he got some successes. All right. He saw that there were at least some explosives inside and figures compressing the interior might also set those off. So he's not going to do that right now.
Give me a mechanics check too, difficulty 2.
Okay. Also difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Just trash compactor a Wookiee and then the entire thing explodes.
Yeah,
3
so
successes on that as well.
you also know that the ion cannon is still functional.
Mm-hmm.
Compressing the energy source of an ion cannon,
And bad idea.
not the greatest idea, no.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So move.
You would
as-
certainly kill the Wookiee.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You would
Yeah.
also kill everyone else.
Even else. Right. we don't want to
As
to
you
do
make
an
a,
explosive decontainment of an ion cannon's power supply.
as you let off a small nuke.
just a little one. As far as I can tell, the force power move does not say anything about having to be able to see the object.
Right, because you can lift something out of the swamp without being able to see it.
Right.
Because they lifted the X-wing out of the Dagobah swamp without being able to see it.
Right.
And in fact, explicitly told Luke to close his eyes. And
Right,
Luke
yep,
didn't, and that's why it failed. Yeah,
So
force powers generally don't require a line of sight.
right.
And it's require awareness of what you're looking for.
Right. So he saw that bowcaster that he shot him with. He's going to try and take that.
Okay.
Since I can pull things out of mountings and grips and that sort of thing.
So you're gonna try to envision the bowcaster and pull it and like sort of whip it around towards.
Oh, shouldn't be any difficulty on that. But well, that's 5 dark side. Plunk's not feeling super chill right now.
So you take 5 strain.
Yep.
Or as much strain as
conflict.
you use dark side. So if you don't need to use all of it, you don't take all of it.
Okay. So is he in short range to me right now, or would he be medium range with his bowcaster?
From where you are now, so yeah, 'cause you're sort of reaching out, so you're not getting specific information. He's at medium range.
Okay, so I'll need 1 point to extend to medium.
I would say because you can't see it, you would also need to spend a point to locate it. Like you don't have to see it, but you have to like locate it.
Okay.
Because you
So
can't
1
just
point
go,
for
3 points
medium.
minimum.
So you can't just go like any bowcaster in a 30-foot radius come to me. No, you have to find the bowcaster and yank it towards you.
All right.
That feels correct to me.
Sounds good. I can do that. All righty. And
So 1 to extend distance, 1
to extend distance, 1 to locate, 1 to activate. So that's 3.
and so that's 2 more for whatever you want to do with it.
Did he have any grenades on him?
Not that you saw.
Okay.
He
never mind.
possibly does, but you
Right. Okay. I'll have to hold up. I'll have to hold off on that.
I was gonna be petty and say 1 more to throw it at his own face, hit him in the face with his own bowcaster.
I don't know if you can make a ranged attack roll at something you can't see, however. So yeah, I'm just gonna steal. I'm gonna take 3 strain to use 3 dark side. And do I take 3 conflict because I only use 3 dark side, or do I take the full 5?
I think it's also conflict equal to what you use, but
I think it's conflict equal to what you use. Do you not need to use another one to bring it to you?
No.
Just
activating the power is just you move it and you move it to
cool.
where you want, basically. Yeah.
So you pull. All right.
Yep. So yeah,
you,
I just
you pull. And it comes around and towards you. And as it's getting closer, you're hearing a beep, 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 beep sound.
Hey, I've still got 2 force points to use.
So
we're gonna send that out and away.
So the crossbow comes towards you, and you see that you have, in addition to getting the bowcaster, you've also caught 3 grenades.
Okay.
That all of which are flashing lights on them.
No.
We're gonna send those out and as far away as we can. Then I've still got 2 force points to use.
So you're throwing the
whole kit and caboodle. I don't need any of that shit near me.
You're throwing the bowcaster
and the grenades.
So you're
which are attached.
Are you targeting the bowcaster? Are you targeting the grenades with the throw, or are you just targeting the bowcaster and throwing it?
So are the grenades attached to the bowcaster?
They're like sort of. They're not permanently attached to it. It's more like as it was coming off, he set them on them.
Okay, gotcha. He'll send the entire thing going then.
Okay, so give me a coordination check to see if you get all 3 grenades to go with the bowcaster, because they're not.
Okay.
If you throw it wrong, they'll just fall off, right?
Right. Is there a difficulty? Okay.
I'm really excited for one of the grenades to just sort of go awry and then land like directly on Avasia.
So
sorry, guys. I'm spending another light side point.
To reroll?
Oh, actually, I can reroll a.
Oh wait,
no, he's just gonna eat the dark side and the strain to go with it.
Okay, all right. So
yeah.
You get those. So you how many of those dark sides? Because you only need to eat 1 dark side. because you get the light
Because I've
side,
got
the
two-
light side
yeah.
counters, and you get an automatic success in the battle meditation. So that's
Meditation.
flat right now.
Yep.
How many
Um,
successes do you want to put on this? There are 3
I want to
grenades
put all.
on the
I want to
thing.
put all the successes on this
All
because there
right.
are grenades on this thing, man.
You push, and it looks like the grenades are about to fall off, and you just like and just reach out and just thrust with all that panic and anxiety that you're
right.
building up.
Yep. Nope.
Just yeet the motherfuckers.
Right.
And you watch as they
Like way into the fucking distance.
this massive explosion as you realize those were thermal detonators.
Hell yeah.
Just rips apart a chunk of debris off of the distance.
And then Plunk turns to Nereis. I do not like this Wookiee.
Nope.
I know that's filtered through translation, but I really like the idea that just
In common.
just
For the
came out
first time.
straight galactic basic.
like in a refined English accent.
Like Imperial accent, yeah.
Yes.
Because he learned basic from an Imperial.
I do not like this.
Do not like this Wookiee.
Not even English, like mid-Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
Transatlantic.
Yeah.
I don't much care
Just like
for this Wookiee.
It's like the radio demon, but in a Jawa.
I don't much care for this Wookiee.
Yeah, there you go. That's the transatlantic accent.
Yep.
All right. Next piece. I think. Sorry, that was your action. Anything
Yeah.
else? You got
Oh,
a
that's
maneuver?
true. Nah, I think I'm good for that. Yeah,
I
'cause-
suggest not standing close to it. Personally.
Do I see any other access ports on this side of the ship besides the airlock that he poked his head out of?
Give me a perception check.
Standard difficulty?
Yep, diff 2.
Okay. Perspection. 2 successes, 2 advantage.
There is there's an exhaust vent that's like sort of it's sealed. It looks like it's a maintenance hatch.
Mhm.
Would have been for maintenance droids.
Okay.
Probably no life support in it, but it's on planet, so you don't know if that's and it's on planet and destroyed, so probably not relevant.
Right. He's going to try and stay undercover using the side of the ship as cover, but put as much distance between himself and those 2 points of egress as possible.
Okay, so you're trying to evade those 2.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Basically giving myself as much cover as possible from him leaning out with whatever other 20 firearms he has and shooting me with those.
I mean, you took the bowcaster away.
Yep.
And 3 thermal detonators. That's not bad.
Okay. Yeah. But there was a power source in there, so he wasn't just gonna shove him right back in the guy's face.
Would have been hilarious and short lived.
Yeah.
Next PC slot, either Nereis or Corsarath.
I think I'm going. So I want to try and start picking off some of these people who are going to start picking off SD and Avasia. Is there, besides climbing up and on top of the ship, which might explode at any minute, and I'm paranoid right now, is there another way to kind of get an angle on where those groups are hiding? I don't remember the layout super well.
So
I know
you're
they were in
currently sort
buildings.
of away. You were on the road, on the path of keeping away from the
Mhm.
greater ruins to keep away from rat ghoul attacks.
Yep.
And so this is sort of like it's a fallen building. Like it was a tower at some point that's been, was cracked and collapsed when the ship rammed into it. And there was a ship that was
Yep.
rammed into it. That's where the thing was at. The rubble around the building forms a pair of mountainous hills, kind of. They're not super large, but they're large enough that it would be several range bands to climb the whole thing. And they are in pockets of like sniping positions amongst those two mounds.
Okay.
You can't really see them right now because you're behind the ship, but you definitely had a sense of where they were firing from. The ways that you would get to them is either, going around the ship and climbing up the mounds directly, trying to find their individual spots, climbing around the ship, climbing up the ship itself. You imagine that it seems like this Wookiee is their leader, so you imagine you might be able to deal with, if you were able to deal with the Wookiee, they might leave.
Yeah, I don't want to go into a death trap. But I'm at least a little okay at reflecting rain stuff away.
Based on the amount of fire that came out, you can tell that there's about 8 bandits in 2 groups, one on each. So 4 and 4 on each mound.
Okay. On the other hand, this guy does not know that I am a Jedi or a Force user. That I have a question on how ion cannons work. Would that have necessarily incapacitated me or killed me? Would I have a potential leg up on this Wookiee if we tried that again and then I suddenly was not just a normal droid?
It works on you the same way it would work on a normal droid, in that it does strain damage. So ion cannons are kind of like EMP bursts.
Okay.
They damage electronics at the circuitry level. They don't actually physically damage. So it wouldn't necessarily be surprising for a droid to survive an ion blast. It would be a little surprising for them to survive 2 ion blasts.
Okay. All right.
Also, the ion cannons mounted on the outside of the ship.
Okay.
So if you get inside of it, it can't actually shoot at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll climb in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just climbing in willy-nilly?
No, I'm climbing in very carefully. I am checking for traps at this point. I have seen an explosion come out of there and grenades got pulled out by Plunk. I am aware.
Go ahead and give me a skullduggery check, difficulty 2.
Oh boy. Okay.
Twilight Nights. The Twilight Nights. We're used to people coming at us very directly. This is
5
weird.
successes.
6 successes.
Oh yeah.
Battle meditation.
6 successes.
So yeah, you enter in.
I'm gonna.
So you see. Well, I don't know why you're removing a strain.
Because I don't want. I had some already.
That's a threat, not an advantage.
Oh, sorry. I know my things.
I'm allowed to just magically remove 1 strain whenever I want. It's part of my character.
Carry on.
I magically add it back in. So the you see the cord that Avasia was whipped out by. You also see that there is a. You also see that there is a some sort of cobbled together mechanism at the other end of the cord. So the cord, basically, there was like a weight that dropped down and used the force to whip Avasia out of the ship. That weight is tied to some sort of mechanism that has a timer on it.
Well, that seems bad.
So you see that. You see that there are, and you look over, and you don't see the Wookiee anywhere immediately close by.
Okay.
You do see what you're in is sort of like it looks sort of like it was a like it's either crew quarters or it was some sort of storage section that's been turned on its side because of the ship where the ship's at right now. And there's just a lot of debris on the ground. It's hard to tell exactly, you know, where a safe spot to step would be. But you can tell that there are extra stuff amongst the debris. It's not all debris. You can't tell exactly what it is, but there's some things don't match up with what you're seeing in the room.
Well, I want to disable this timer whenever it might go off.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at, but
so you can get over to it. Yeah. Give me a mechanics check, difficulty 3 to identify it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, up top, this is just gonna take some time. That's all I need. Just hold still.
1 success.
2
Two
successes.
successes.
And now you do have an advantage to recover a strain.
Yes. Thank you.
So it looks like this is an igniter.
Okay.
Basically, what
Well,
it's
that
going to
would be
do
very bad.
is it's going to. Well, I mean, you don't know what the cord does.
No, no,
It is going to. When that timer drops down, it's going to basically open up a torch on the cord that's attached to it. And it looks like it's going to go off in the next 6 seconds or so.
Okay, I would like to break it.
About 8 seconds and we'll be
The-
fine.
The ignition part specifically.
Okay.
So that fire does not come out of this thing.
So you can either do a skullduggery or mechanics check to sabotage.
I'm better at mechanics. Let's do that.
Difficulty 3.
Okay. Hey, 2
All right,
successes.
you managed.
successes.
3 successes.
You take 3 strain,
Okay.
but you manage to, because it's very stressful. You don't know what's going to happen, but you don't want it to happen. You manage to basically remove the triggering mechanism that's going to set off the torch. So the timer's going to go down in 6 seconds, and whatever the timer is set to do is going to fire, but whatever it fires is not going to trigger the torch.
Okay.
I like the
Okay.
idea that the timer was if it's disabled, then something goes off. Otherwise, it will disable the whole thing.
That
That's
would
the
be,
kind of gaslighting this fucking Wookiees into.
that would be like 3 stages. That would be like 4 stages down on 3D chess.
Right?
He's not Dooku. He is a step above or below, depending on your perspective, Dooku. So he's not. He's at 3 levels down, not 4 levels down.
It's still a lot of levels. Okay. And then I am going to.
So that
just
was maneuver action.
Yep. I'm going to stand there very carefully, bemoaning the fact that I have feet now and they're so much bigger. Damn it. And just
That is
over the
actively
comms.
untrue.
They are
I mean,
collectively less surface area than your tripod feet were.
is it? Okay. All right. I was imagining like points, so then they're like, that's like.
Yeah, well, but they can't be true points, because if they were true points, you just stink into everything. So they had to be flat.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I'm imagining like something like about
But
that big.
Nerese's original chassis, I feel, took
Yeah.
up every square inch of a 5-foot square.
Okay.
Like even if your feet were relatively spaced apart and were not as big individually as a human foot, they spread in like a massive area. Like you can't maneuver those close together.
No. But like you can. I'm just like staring at that. It's so cluttered in here.
You're just like, I
But
need a maid service now.
But and this is not audible out loud, I don't think.
No, yeah, because your comms are internal.
It's yes. But I just turned off something that was going to set something on fire. So I suggest you get off that roof, please. The end. That's my turn.
Just need
Coursera.
about 7 more seconds.
So, question for you, GM.
Yes.
From a prone position, because I don't, this is up to you generally. If I from a prone position use the force leap action to just launch myself,
Yes,
am I
you
going
can.
to land on my feet or am I just leapfrogging?
It's going to be a coordination check to see if you land on your face or your feet.
Okay.
Because I like that image of you. Because I definitely think you can absolutely jump from prone position, but I think to stick the landing, it's a coordination check.
Well, because it could just be literal leapfrogging where you just push off with your hands and land with your hands as well. But
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like you are reverse belly flopping.
yeah,
And that's going to require a coordinate check to not belly flop wherever you're landing.
So first we're going to do the enhanced check for a force leap because I'm 2 range bands away and I would like to get there quickly.
But you fail and belly flop on top of Avasi and set the whole thing off.
Perfect.
Like
Oh, God.
Estes almost got it.
Why not? We're all flipping force points.
No.
The last one.
Last
Join the
force
party.
point.
Ooh. Nice.
Time to start upgrading some shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have anything else to do with my maneuver, so no. I'll force leap the 1 range band to get 1 range band closer.
All right, so give me a coordination check and see how you land.
You see how I land.
Difficulty 2.
I will use enhance on this.
Seems legit.
I land. Battle meditation cancels that failure, and then I get 3 successes.
That was very
Picture
close.
him landing on Avasia.
No, he only gets 1 range band closer, so he gets over to the ship. Because that's a ship and then 2 range bands up, so. Actually, no, you were 2 range bands
I was
away
2
from
range
the
bands
ship,
away
weren't you?
from the ship. That was the
Yeah,
thing.
so you
I land halfway there.
bam, land on your feet. You're ready to go, and you're nowhere near the ship.
Yeah, no, I land. I flip off the ground, get halfway there, land on my feet, and just run the rest of the way with my maneuver.
It's like the ultimate kip up, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so use your maneuver to move 1 range band closer.
Of course, Wrath runs up and Plunk is just like,
Good to see you too.
Grab the ship. Do you want to take 2 straight and use another maneuver or no?
No, I'm going to stay there, but I needed to get closer so that I can provide everyone with battle meditation at the top of next round.
Okay.
Because I was too far away to do that.
valid.
NPC initiative. So there are 2 lovely targets there.
One of them is prone.
Oh, one of them is prone and wrapped in debt cord. So they're going to try to shoot Esty.
I mean, that's fair. I have ranged defensive 1.
Range defense 1. Is there anything else? Because you can, I believe you can.
You can
Yes,
dodge,
let
can't
me
you?
check and
You
see if I can.
you dodge or duck and cover, one of the 2, as an incidental.
Let me check and see something because there is something specific that I have.
I feel like one of us has the dodge talent.
It's not dodge. It's something else. It's a sense thing.
Oh, sense advantage, I think.
Yeah. Commit 1 force point once per round when an attack targets the user. Upgrades the difficulty of the pool once. I can do that.
All right.
So it's upgraded
And
once.
Upgraded once.
One of my 2 or force points are committed. And I cannot do it multiple times.
Multiple times per round or per turn?
I cannot do it multiple times. All it says is the user may not activate this multiple times, but that is
So you can't
per turn because it says once per round.
once per
so I
round. Okay,
assume-
so
I
basi-
assume that means I can do it multiple rounds, like once every round if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, if I've got it committed, I just have it until it's let go.
Yeah, I would say basically you can. So this is your one. This is the end of the round. So
Right.
on the next like the next NPC initiative is the beginning of the next round, so you could use it again then. So you could use it once on this one, and then when the round resets, you could use it again. Does that make sense?
So I would then be committing 2 force points.
Well,
No,
once
it's
you
while the force point is committed, once per round, you can upgrade the difficulty of an attack coming at you, I believe.
No, that's so. Let me read this in full.
yeah, read it in full.
Commit 1 force
Mhm.
once per round. When an attack targets the force user, he upgrades the difficulty of the pool once. The user may not activate this multiple times.
Oh, so long as you're committed once per round, when anybody targets you, they upgrade.
I just activate the yes.
So actually, so the way that reads, this is a passive ability. You've turned it on, and now, anytime an enemy targets you, once per round, so if they attack multiple times, they don't do it on the other ones. Once per round, they upgrade their attack. So if this group of bandits attacks you once, the first time they attack you, they have to upgrade. If they attack you again, they don't. Then the second group of bandits attacks you. The first time, they have to upgrade. If they attack you again, they don't. Then the Wookiee attacks you. The first time, he has to upgrade. The second time, he doesn't. That's the way that's the way I interpret what you just read.
I am totally fine with you interpreting it like that, because that means I'm less likely to be dead.
What's the page
I
it's on?
interpret it differently because it says once per round when unattacked, not somebody attacks you.
What page is it on?
It is it's Force and Destiny page 304 is sense.
304 sense. Control.
It sounds to me like once around
Okay,
an attack can be upgraded.
So it's ongoing effect.
Correct.
Is the first thing, which means it's exactly what I just said it was. You commit a force die.
Mm-hmm.
You have now activated the ability.
Correct.
Once per round, when an attack, so it's you only can do it one attack, so it's not exactly what I said it was, but
yeah,
you don't have to commit another force die.
Correct.
So long as that one force die is committed once per round, you can just upgrade an attack that targets you.
It only works on one attack per round.
One attack per round, yeah.
But yes, it is now committed, and I have that automatically.
And if you if you have the duration upgrade, which I don't think you have, I'm guessing you don't have.
I don't believe so. No, I have control and range. So yeah, not
okay. Yeah. So to clarification for the rules, you've committed the force die. From now on until you uncommit that force die, once per round you can upgrade any attack targeting you.
Correct.
Once. So this is the end of this round. So you're using it at the final point of this round. The next initiative slot, the round resets, so you get so that ability refreshes.
Right.
That's just so you're aware of all that. All right.
Right.
Do you have anything else that's going to affect this attack? So
that
one
and
defense,
the defense.
one range defense. That
upgraded once.
Difficulty
upgraded once.
Welcome to Interpreting the Rules with Final Show Films.
Yarp.
That would be a really interesting podcast, actually. You get like really weird rules questions and try to interpret them. Anyways, that's something that only I'd be interested in.
I mean, I'd be interested in doing that.
I mean, listening to it, yeah. I'm just trying to see really quickly, because I think there are things you can do.
It's basically Sage Advice, the podcast.
Yeah, incidentally, whenever you're attacked, as far as modifiers.
Also, how far are they at this point from us?
They're only a range band from them. They're 2 range bands from you. Well,
okay.
3 technically, vertically, but what is the thing that you can do? Action? Is it maneuvers or actions? Maneuvers. Maneuvers outside a character's turn. There it is.
Andy, go get food. I don't suspect that my turn will come around before I get back, but if we do, I would like to take the first PC slot just to give everyone battle meditation again.
Okay, no, you have to drop prone on your turn. There are certain things you can do outside your turn. All right, so 1 setback die upgraded once. For the bandits or pirates. Because when you're using nautical terminology, bandits become pirates.
I was going to say, pirates are just bandits with a ship.
Basically. Or without a ship. Just as long as they identify as pirates. Really, pirate is an identity. Before I make this joke, I want to clarify to anyone watching my pronouns are below me.
Right, I was literally thinking the same
I
thing.
identify as a pirate. My pronouns are R.
God damn it. Get out of my head.
Sorry, I just got the punchline. What was the setup?
I identify as a pirate. My pronouns are R.
No, that was the punchline. What was the setup?
Just we talk about how a pirate is more of an identity, really, than a. All right. So yes, pirates are shooting at
an argument. Okay.
What?
Restraining an argument because I have them. You're talking about pirates.
We defy your history and facts.
Also, I'm talking about these pirates specifically. Thank you very much.
And we are talking about space pirates specifically.
So they hit you, but they also roll a despair. So what would
They
you
all
like?
drop their
So,
guns.
Esty, what would you like to do to them with
God
that
damn it.
despair?
Thank you for,
As
thank
they
you for giving me
do-
a choice of something to do in the middle of.
As they do 11 damage to you.
Oh, good. Shit. Where is?
Threats and despairs is at the
very
bottom of the
bottom.
handouts.
Thank you.
Yep.
I mean, one of them is the character is ranged up and immediately runs out of ammunition and may not be used for the remainder of the encounter.
Good one.
That will be useful for yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm down with that.
There's
Also, I'm down.
There's also
You're down.
the active character falls prone, which would be hilarious considering they're on a mountain.
I have a total of 12 wounds maximum threshold.
Hmm.
I had 6 already, and I have 2 soaked. So I take 6. 3. I'm 3 over currently.
So,
I'm not untied, am I?
No,
No.
you are not.
roll a
Are they
critical
are they
wound.
loosened enough that she can untie herself after that? 'Cause she got halfway
Probably
there?
not.
She can try.
Yeah. Oh no, I
Oof.
lose my free encounter while I'm in maneuver while I'm unconscious.
You lose your free maneuver as you hit the deck. All right. And yeah, so you make their weapons run dry?
Yep.
So yeah, in the middle of this blaster fire, as you just go down, Avasia, you hear 2 things. One, you hear Esty's face hit the thing with a hollow thunk. And then 2, you hear the blasters go bidity 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 as the blaster fire stops and a bunch of cursing comes from one of the hills. Meanwhile, top of the round. First NPC slot, the Wookiee takes it. Avasia, you hear another sound.
I knew it.
There's
Fucking knew it.
There's a metal clunk below you. His turn ends. First PC slot.
So again, of course, Wrath will take that. And hang on. I need. There are two range bands above me on the roof.
Gonna say, yeah, battle meditation is great and all, but
Living is better.
successes don't do well much good to the dead.
That's the thing, though, is like
Look,
I don't
you're-
really have the power to help with that right now.
Look, you're going to be dead, but at least you'll have a +1 on all your rolls.
Just saying. Y'all gonna love my Tigruta.
Like, I don't think anyone down here can get up there to help with that right now.
You
so.
can
No,
jump. You
but
can
you can
literally
keep the-
jump up there.
You can keep the fucking Wookiee occupied, if nothing else, from coming up
Yeah.
and casually murdering us.
Problem is, if I jump up there, I can't do anything else because Force Leap is an action.
I mean, you're up there.
To get shot, yes.
Is Force Leap an action or a maneuver?
You got like
It's an action.
7,000
Yeah,
soak.
of
You'll
course.
be
Fine,
fine.
I'll stay up here and get shot and die.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because when you get shot, the det cord will go off. It'll be great.
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's the fun part. So
In all
However-
seriousness,
However,
whatever
actually,
works.
William, yes, force jump is an action. Interacting with the environment is a maneuver.
would you say that if I get up there, I can untie as a maneuver?
So the knot is too complex to untie as a maneuver, but you could move her.
All right. Well, let's see if I make it up there then.
In all seriousness, whatever works is good.
And the problem is I have to-
Die.
I have to
You're-
spend
you're-
3 force points to try and get up there if I'm going to be trying to.
you're in a bad position in several directions. You could just try to physically climb up there with maneuvers, because you can climb, maneuver, and then action to do something else.
Yeah, because 2 maneuvers would move you 2 range bands, which is the distance you are from Avazia, and then you'd have an action to get up there, right?
And as we saw previously, you've got really great athletics checks to climb. So, considering you like manhandled your way up an elevator shaft.
Yeah. Yeah, let's climb then. Take 2 strain for the extra maneuver.
Do it. Get up there.
So 2 athletics checks.
This will be obviously be the point where it all goes south.
Mm-hmm.
Still works.
Jack, there's some questions in chat about the next season of Werewolf. If you want to hop into chat and type.
Okay.
Since you have more, information about that. Look, I will drag this thing on for 4 more weeks.
We all die right now.
It's true.
think
You
I might
could
make
all
it.
commit seppuku, and
Yeah,
think I
so
might
I get
make
up
it.
there.
I'll work for this Wookiee.
What kind of action is it to untie this? Because I have my action right now.
Neri's just like, look, I like your style. Do you need employers? Do you need employees?
Actually, you
so
know what? Fuck it. I have a better answer.
It would be an action to untie it.
Yeah, what kind of action though was my question there.
Oh, it would be a subterfuge check.
Yeah. So that's fuck that. I have a better answer. I jab SD with a stim pack. Regain 6 wounds.
Oh, good. Means I'm 3 below threshold.
Back up.
Ah! Ow!
Welcome back to the world of the conscious. Still
Hi.
need your efforts.
Hey,
You're upside down. Nope, you're just standing over me.
Could really use you on your feet.
All right.
I like to think that Estee's just out of enough that she's looking for an outline but can't see it, and then remembers he's wearing armor. Next
All
PC
right.
slot.
I will take it to get to kneeling position, because if I get to my feet, I'm not very useful in bending over to untie knots.
You can untie from prone. That doesn't have any penalties.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
being prone
but
makes you
I
harder to
still-
shoot.
Yeah. I mean,
Harder to.
functionally prone, but she's going to be like
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much down on her knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
will
you're
be
staying prone. So just making your action.
I will be untying a Sith.
Go ahead. Subterfuge roll. Div 2.
Skullduggery, you mean?
Oh, sorry. Skullduggery. That's it. Sorry. I'm brain.
I lie to the ropes until they just.
You are the
Subterfuge is
rope
World of
whisperer.
Darkness.
Div 2.
I've been working on my WAD character.
Like
already.
all, not surprising, as I've been joking, Este's really good with knots.
Anything you want to use that triumph on?
Throw the debt cord at the remaining guys with guns.
Oh, I was literally just thinking about that. I have a question.
Yes.
This contraption aspect of it that yeeted it up this way.
Mm-hmm.
Is it done by suspension to where it could be yeeted back?
I mean, you could certainly.
I don't know.
You could certainly
Dump
yeet it
a
back. It
whole lot
wouldn't
of
be the.
dead cord directly in front of a Wookiee?
You could certainly yeet it back from whence it came. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you just whip it back.
Pretty
Right.
sure there's someone with a PC slot before me.
Yeah, there is. So Neres, you watch as some of this debt cord comes flying back towards you.
Fuck.
Yup.
Like Esty had no idea she was unconscious for a few seconds.
It's absolutely fair. This whole thing has been happening on the other side of the entire thing. Neres, need to make a coordination check, difficulty 2.
Cool.
Neres is like, I disarmed the bomb.
Hey, that's
The
two
bomb has
successes.
returned to me.
All right,
I'm
you
gonna
get out of the
heal
way.
restraint.
You get out of the way as this debt cord whips past you and then just collides into the middle of the room. There's a
It's not
Can't
pressure
see
activated,
when
it's thermal activated. Yeah.
Flinching inside.
John Woo this shit.
Don't
By
know what
which
that
I
means.
mean leap out, turning around, and shooting as you're leaping.
I need you to roll me a D100, Mara.
Okay.
Because as I expressed previously, there are things on the floor of this room.
Oh, okay.
I
Do I want
regret
it to be low or high?
nothing.
I need to know before I press the button.
absolutely nothing.
You need it to so I'm splitting the room into 4 quadrants basically.
Okay.
You need it to be under a 25.
Okay.
That is not under a 25.
That said,
Nice, but
This is 69. For those of you at home listening.
I still regret nothing.
fair. No, it's absolutely fair. This is the most Star Wars shit so far.
Yep.
So, Darius, you hop out of the way so the deck cord doesn't hit you. You watch it
Yep.
blast into the room, tink, and you're like, "The fuck is this?" And then you hear, "Doot, doot, 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 doot." So I need you, Avasia, Corsarath, and Esty, and Plunk, because you're still next to the ship.
Yep.
To make resilience checks, difficulty 4.
Look,
Okay.
the good news is I think we just killed the Wookiee.
Oh, you murdered the Wookiee.
Victory! I did
Well,
everything I wanted.
yeah.
Resilience?
He also gets to make a resilience check, to be fair.
There we go.
4 successes for Plunk.
Oh gosh. Do we have any? Do we have any left?
We have 1 left, I think.
We do have one left. I'm going to use that.
3
I get
successes for
2
Coursera.
successes.
Resilience. Yeah, I'm good at this. Difficulty what? 4?
4.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She's about to be unconscious again.
As
Well done.
I'm spinning. I'm
she
spinning
gets blasted into the stratosphere, you just see 2 middle fingers. Woo-hoo!
Team Rocket's blasting off again. So I've used a dark side to upgrade the Wookiee's resilience check.
Okay.
Cool. That's fair.
Difficulty 4.
See if this motherfucker stays alive. Ooh. He's a sturdy boy.
He's a Wookiee.
Right.
So, how to explain this? We're gonna go like CSI super zoomed in slow-mo graphics.
Amazing.
The camera zooms in on the det cord.
This is my favorite thing I've ever done in Star
As
Wars
it
ever.
Lands on what the audience can now see is a mine of some kind. The mine explodes. Now, the mine itself was designed to be a fairly contained directional explosive. It was just gonna shoot up. But the det cord is a little bit less controlled. So it shoots up, and as the flames rip through the det cord just begins to combust outward. Now, the det cord is comprised of 3 layers. It's got an external primer layer that's the actual thing that initiates the explosion and provides the heat and the flame. Inside that, there is a sort of a gel layer of additional material that, when heat treated, becomes acidic and extremely corrosive. This is what was corroding Avasi's armor and lightsaber earlier. So, and then inside that is the actual explosive core, which is made up of a very, very high energy explosive that reacts very violently and quickly and loud. So the flame cooks through all 3 layers instantly from the landmine, which causes this thing to just explode outwards from the middle, and then like any really good, string or rope that gets burned, just eats it up from the tail end as this entire thing goes up. And there's a fairly large coiled pile of rope right next to Nere's. That all goes off along with all the other mines that were in that section of the room. So in this slow motion section, several landmines explode up, and as they explode up, the ground is actually tossed to the side by the det cord, and that upwards explosion becomes an outward explosion as Nere's is launched from the ship. And the side of the wall where Plunk is leaning against also is launched with Plunk. Plunk.
With
I keep combining
have a new name.
Plunk and Puck. That's what happens.
He's got pluck. He's got plenty of pluck.
I would like to also get like the Skycam kind of satellite view of this with the panel that just gets shot straight out. And as it gets closer, there's a Wookiee on the outside of it. And he was like,
exactly. So Nere's, what was your
Junkrat style?
What was your resilience roll? 2 successes on Nere's. What was your roll, Plunk?
4 successes.
4 successes. All right. So I've got to add cumulative damage and then reduce. 20 for the det cord. 10 for the landmines. The ship took an amount of it, but not from Nere's. But Nere's resisted, so half. So Nere's, you take 15 wounds.
Okay, can I soak any of
Which
that?
can be soaked.
Which can be soaked as you are
Good, so
launched from the ship.
I'm still up.
Plunk. The amount of force it would have taken to get through the wall, reduce it by half, and then reduce by half again for your resilience. So you take 7 wounds as you go flying away with the panel.
You're muted, Jack.
You're muted, Jack.
I'm literally at my threshold.
So you're not out yet.
You're not out yet.
Not out yet.
I
Hey.
know Nerys is not an astromech, but I still view
The R2
Nerys
screams
flying
that,
with the R2 scream.
So there are some benefits to this as well. As Plunk, you see in the vagaries of consciousness that you have as you just get smacked in the face with the side of the ship, you see a ball of black fur on fire rocketing away from the ship. You don't catch where it lands,
Right,
but it's
it
out of
goes
there.
Out.
Those of you on top of the ship, again, slow-mo, we go back to the ship. This is all... Now, the camera travels through the ship because there were more traps set up as he was going. So you watch as several more landmines and explosive traps and a couple of bear traps all just get erupted and go off, following this trail of destruction that eventually finds the Wookiee, who gets launched out of a wall, and continues on to just underneath where Avasia, Esti, and Corsarath are sitting.
Join us next week for Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Where he had one left, where a thermal detonator
God damn it.
had been magnetized to the ceiling and primed.
Mm-hmm.
So thermal detonators.
Just think about, though, how worse it would have been with the det cord still wrapped around.
It would have been absolutely worse. Significantly worse. I need to pull up a thermal detonator really quick because I need to remember the stat line.
They have breach, I think.
They do. Which is designed to punch holes in ships.
Yep. Sure
Thermal detonator is on page 170.
Thank you. I was talking to someone earlier, and I told them that if there's a TPK this week, it will be entirely through the actions of my players.
I know
and
who
I
you were
was
talking
right.
to.
All right.
I just can't wait till we get to the end of this, and then the camera just kind of sets down behind the rest of the pirates on the ridge who just sort of watch this and then just start packing up their
Right?
empty rifles, and they're just, let's walk home.
So the damage of a thermal detonator is 20 damage, crit 2,
Right.
blast
Right.
15.
Right.
So breach 1. So the 20
Yes.
damage is going to the ship. Because of the breach, the ship isn't going to absorb any of the blast 15. So you're not taking the 20, but you are going to take the 15.
Oh, good.
And you're not taking anything else, so it's not being compounded by anything else, because that's the primary thing that exploded underneath your feet.
Uh-huh.
But, so, what was the result of the resilience check for Esti, Avasia, and Corsarath?
I got 1 success.
I got 3.
I got none.
I got 1
Alright.
success and a threat.
So,
I got 4 advantages.
Esti, you take 7 as you are launched off the ship in
Which you can soak. I don't know how good your soak is.
which you can soak in the general
Yep.
direction of where Plunk is. Corsarath, you take 7 that you get launched off the ship.
I would like to make a narrative declaration if and you can tell me if this is something that I can make with that one remaining light side. So I would like for Corsarath to be able to ride, like the detonation takes the floor underneath him, and he just sort of rides it and lands next to where the remaining pirates are.
We're going to hold on to that thought. That is a thing you can do, but I'm going to hold on to that thought until I finish my description, okay?
Okay.
Avasia, you take the full 15,
Uh-huh.
which you can soak,
Okay, good.
as you are bodily launched away. Now, there was another aspect to this ship that I had mentioned previously, which is the ion cannon was still powered.
Uh-huh.
So as the group of you all are rocketed away, Again in slow motion. The ship crackles with electricity as the core of the ion cannon explodes, having been hit with roughly 120 points of damage from all these explosives.
Some of which had breach.
Some of which had breach, yes.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, you are all thrown clear of the ion cannon's blast radius.
You're welcome.
The bandits were not so lucky, as the ship goes up and there is a smoking crater where these bandits used to be.
What we're saying is these kills are all mine.
So, Corserath, would you still like to have landed next to the bandits?
Well, I would like to come down, because the explosion goes out and up. I would like to come down after the explosion and just land amidst the rubble.
You're gonna be landing at roughly the same time the explosion's going off, just because of how everything's being thrown.
Oh, I wanted to have a cool moment.
This is all in slow motion. This is a chain reaction. I will let you spin that light side to basically surf that piece of plate to the ground where you land next to everyone else, so you're the only one standing in a cool pose.
I wanted to have a cool moment of threatening the remaining pirates, but to be fair, there are none of them left.
They're
There's
gone.
none of them left to threaten.
There are skeletons.
Although that would be really great when you land and you're like, all right, you.
Like
piles of ash.
his stance was going to be like landing next to them and just stand up and look at the rest of them. Tell me, friends, was it really worth it?
I like to think you're rehearsing that line as you're being thrown away.
Yes.
In the back of your head, you're just like, it's going to be so fucking cool. And then you see the ion cannon go off, and you're just like, God damn it.
Son of a bitch. You never get to have any fun.
You know that a Sith does that. They rehearse their threatening one-liners.
Absolutely.
100%.
100%. So do you?
Oh, but yes, I would love to spend that force point to just surf the explosion.
Spin that light side. You spin that light side. All of you collapse into a pile, basically, where you are all launched away from this ship. And
It should be noted, since I was healed, I did just go over my wound threshold again.
Everyone that went over their wound threshold, it's another crit.
No, really. I would think you would be stunned.
Yeah. Am I stunned? Am I really?
Just ass up in the dirt right now.
A little bit of face scrape.
Wait, important thing. Does that negate my ability as I'm flying away to be flipping off the exploding?
Oh, you can absolutely be flipping them off.
Okay, good.
You don't
Esty.
take that. Right.
You're just unconscious in the air. But
Yes.
Which
It's
is
a
why
default reaction when you fall unconscious is to flip birds.
at this point, which is why when you land, it's face down, ass up,
Right.
because that's the way you like to fuck. So who's still
Sorry.
conscious?
Yo.
Really? Avasia is still conscious out of the 15 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my soak is 7.
Nice.
So not.
So yeah, you all hit the ground, collectively groan, except for Esty.
Slowly slits back up.
And then as you sit back up,
I
as you
claim salvage rights.
as you sit up and say that, that's when Corserath.
Yeah, there's a piece of metal that just slides across the dirt with Corserath standing on it.
It's the camera's focused on you as you say that, then from out of shot, Corserath slides in.
Like across, right, just right behind you.
Who's dead?
I look over at Estes' unconscious form. Nobody, which actually makes me think that went better than expected. But And I walk over and I use heal on SD.
Refer to Esty's butt and then heal. Korthrath points over at Esty, goes butt, and then heals. And on that, what was
no
accurately...
difficulty. You regain 4 wounds.
Okay, good. I'm back to 10 out of 12.
On that, what was accurately described as Looney Tunes bullshit
Yes.
is where we will take our break for the evening. So, because I need a drink after that. So if you're watching live, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. And also, please, if you're watching, stay tuned for these commercial messages. We'll be back in just a few minutes. we're back. A dinosaur story. So, the group of you are in a pile, relative pile, just away from what is now a slowly smoldering crater.
As Korsrath looks over from his position at the smoldering crater. Well, that's one less band of pirates this planet has to deal with.
Is the Wookiee dead?
Well, the Wookiee went flying off in a conflagration. If he survived that, he's not coming after us right now.
Weakly from the ground. Victory!
I just want to point out that in the continuing tradition, Korsrath came out of that with 3 wounds.
Yep.
Can we keep moving off of this wreck of a planet? Get up! I'm gonna heal whoever is most injured. Which I think is us.
I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Can
the
say it-
stakes are less than the last
It
time
might be
rolled a
you.
D100.
87.
So you go to open your chassis
Yep.
to pull out your medical supplies,
Okay.
and there's nothing in there.
Damn it.
Like nothing, or specifically just no medical supplies? Because there was more than just medical supplies.
Yes, there was.
Nothing that was stored in there.
Well,
Is there anymore? Okay.
fuck. I had
So what all was
anesthetic,
stored
I
in there
could
that you
just-
just lost?
Damn it. I had something that would make me feel nothing. It'd be great. Okay, fine.
Oh, so we're like missing all our vaccine, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we leave?
Do you want to try and find the things you're missing in the explosion?
I sit up. I survey the terrain. It's all scattered all over, right?
Yeah, it looks like everything sort of blasted out of you when you got blasted out of the ship.
Do you want to start sifting through the haystack first, or
I mean, if you had anything relevant, like, say, the vaccines to protect us from future rat ghoul attacks,
yes?
if any of those survived, they're probably worth retrieving.
And Plunk grabs his staff and starts sifting through to see if he can find anything in the immediate vicinity.
Wait, important question. I had my lightsaber in there. Is that also?
Was your lightsaber not in your hand?
Nope. I had my medical kit out. I was doing healing stuff, and I went in
Right,
there
your
with-
lightsaber's not integrated into your wrist anymore.
No.
Yeah, no, that was also...
Fuck. I'm gonna actually. I have search and sense now. I think at least at the first level. I'm gonna start surveying for
All right.
things. Prioritizing lightsaber, then vaccines, and then whatever else I can
Okay.
find. And medical kit, and then whatever else I can find.
All right, so do you have any relevant salvaging skills, Jack?
I've got Utini.
Which does what?
Removes a setback die to any checks made to find or scavenge equipment.
Okay, so we're gonna make in that case. So Neres is using
Usually it's perception or
horsepower.
mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do a perception check. It'll have 2 setback dice for everybody looking for anything smaller than a large chunk of rubble, which is everything. And you'll get that reduction for yours, Plunk.
Okay.
Sure, let's all
Standard
roll.
difficulty, just
Yeah.
with 2 setback dice.
Diff 2 setback.
Okay.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, Plunk's good at that shit.
2 setback is
Oh, 2 setbacks. Sorry.
You're just using sense though, aren't you, Mara?
yes. Yeah.
Sense, so you don't actually have to roll for that. You just roll your
Okay.
force die, right?
Okay.
I think for sense and seek.
I think so.
Can sense find objects?
I think
Let's find
seek is the
out.
thing that
Seek
that
is objects. Yeah, sense is living people.
Yeah, it's seek.
Though the lightsaber can be sensed because it has a crystal that gives off a force aura.
Fair.
Yeah, the lightsaber crystal very specifically can be sensed.
I don't have any light side.
you can try again though.
No, not. You can try again using the other ability, I would say.
Okay. Well, I did the other ability and I got 1.
So, what was your first roll?
My first roll was
Was to seek it, I believe.
yeah.
Okay, so you didn't seek anything, so now you're just sensing.
No.
You get you do get a bit of a hit on your senses, and you sort of navigate towards that. As you sort of follow that feeling, Plunk.
You move out of reach of us and then find the Wookiee who grabs you by the throat.
Plunk.
Throat.
There's a throat on the suit. Throat. Plunk sort of stands up from a pile of rubble holding the lightsaber.
Yep.
Please be careful with that.
Meanwhile, Plunk.
He's already modding it.
Plunk, you find Nere's lightsaber.
Cool.
SD, you find the vaccines. You find the case that the vaccines were stored in. It is damaged.
The case?
Yeah, the case
Or
is
the
damaged.
vaccine?
The case is damaged. You have if you open it up.
I will open it up.
There were 6 vials of vaccine in there.
There were 10.
Sorry, there were 10 vials of vaccine in there. There is now only 3.
Okay.
That
Good
are not
news.
broken.
This now goes down as a total win. Because we still have the vaccine.
Oh, good.
Some of it.
It hopefully enough. Hopefully, we won't need any of it. But having some is better than having none.
Corserath and Avasia. You find. What all did you have stored in your chassis? Neres?
Oh, loads. Hang on, let me find the list. I've been hoarding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is the list on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
say it out loud. I'm gonna look at it.
All right.
I'm gonna tell them what they find.
This is where we find out there was a thermal detonator in there.
Right.
And we have to rewind and
Numbers
do the
and
damage
brackets
all
behind
over again.
I didn't have a detonator. The numbers behind things in parentheses are the number. So I have some things that are 0 because I'm out of them.
Okay.
Yeah. If they don't have a number, then I just have one of them.
So Avasia, you find a carved wooden totem.
Okay.
And Corserath, you find a glow rod.
Avazia will take it to Nere's. I believe this is yours.
Oh, thank you.
Corserath will do the same. Well, I found this.
Thank you.
Plunk comes up. He's got the lightsaber in one hand and he holds out the other one. Tiny pop. Credits.
Yeah, here. I will hold out my hand and drop imaginary things in there. And while you're distracted, I'm going to try and take my lightsaber back.
He's not distracted by you pantomiming paying him, obviously.
I'm gonna try.
Plunk is not a golden retriever.
Give me a skullduggery check. Difficulty 3.
What is this opposed by him on my end?
So it's either a flat difficulty 3 or you can oppose it with a cool
Not
check.
deception.
So you're trying to sleight of hand nothing into their hand and your lightsaber out of their hand.
Okay, I'm trying to trick him. It's okay.
You're not. Deception is if you're trying to lie to him. You are trying to retrieve your lightsaber from him while giving him nothing. That is
All right, I
skullduggery.
got a success.
So it's actually gonna be different because Plunk's going to oppose you. So
Yep.
it's going to be skullduggery difficulty 2 versus cool difficulty 2.
Oh, he can't just try and hold on to it tightly.
Same thing.
It's an opposed check.
I rolled flat.
So what actually happens? So Nereis reaches into their chassis and pulls out a handful of like nuts and bolts.
Okay.
Sort of like reaches over and just drops these into your palm, and in the same motion grabs the lightsaber and pull. And because you feel something hit your palm, you just instinctively let go and then go to look, and it's just a bunch of nuts and bolts in your hand, not credits.
And he'll stash those in his bag.
All right.
Nod, and then reach out and kind of pat you on the elbow.
I am going to start charging for healing.
He seems okay with that. He seems like a reasonable sort of accommodation.
Can we leave?
We have everything we need now.
No.
We have
But-
everything we need that we have in our immediate vicinity.
Yes.
Pointing over his shoulder at the smoldering wreckage of this thing. There's still plenty of good material here.
You want to take the time to salvage it, Plunk?
Well, all of the wildlife in the area decides, ooh, what was that sound? Let's go investigate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I get the sentiment behind it. I wouldn't be shocked if this place is crawling with rat ghouls soon.
Plunk, you're already injured.
Oh yeah, no, he's very clearly like wobbly on his feet.
If you'd like to stay here and get eaten by rat ghouls, I won't stop you, Plunk.
I will.
I will as well. You're coming with us.
He kind of dejectedly just grabs the nearest large panel that he can find and props it up on his shoulders and just starts walking.
Avazia will go down next to him and squat down and point to her back.
We'll clamber on up there. And then kind of trying to figure out, and then he eventually ends up just sort of setting it on his head so it sticks out and casts a little bit of a shade in front of both of them.
That is not conspicuous at all.
You think the explosion was?
No.
It is fine.
I don't think we're worried about conspicuous right now.
Conspicuous?
see.
No. Worth it? Yes.
Nope, that'll just make me angry. Okay, let's go for speed then.
This Corserath is walking beside Avazia. And you are going to be healed whether you like it or not, he says as he puts a hand on Avazia.
It can wait till we get back.
The hand has a stim pack. You get jabbed. You recover 6 wounds.
Okay. Thank you, but it could have waited till we got back.
Not if another rat ghoul attack happened.
Fortunately, not that your characters know this, but mechanically, you've already entered and passed through the danger zone, so you're exiting into safety.
I mean, fair. But yeah, no, legit. If we encounter something else, I'm going down quicker than a fucking Narshada out back alley. But
You not taking care of yourself is going to get you killed, and you're going to leave me all alone.
I will try to be better about it then.
Tando. Plunk basically looks over and says, "What? I don't count for anything?"
He looks over at Plunk, holds up a left hand, pulls off the glove to reveal a wedding ring.
Karatapa? Plunk does not appear to know what that signifies.
She's my wife. You're not.
My wife.
As you Boratify it automatically.
My wife.
That registers. Now.
He puts the glove back on.
I thought Plunk realized that a long time ago.
Nope. Sure didn't.
Christian standards of marriage are not galactically universal.
Yeah.
So, you exit out of the danger quadrant and into safety. After a few hours of trudging, you find yourselves once again within the perimeter of the watchtowers of the forward operating base.
Suppress.
Right around then, Plunk starts sounding congested and then sort of leans over Avajia's shoulder and just hacks up a big mouthful of blood into the dirt.
He should get you taken care of.
Sorga.
Well, one more thing for that, he says. He uses. Actually, no, wait. We're in safety. Don't waste Stimpaks. He's going to use heal. Stimpaks are a limited resource. Heal is
Yes,
not.
they are. No, it's much less so.
I mean, heal is also limited, but
I mean, it's limited in uses per day. It's not limited in how many times you can use it.
yeah.
I don't know why I'm still rolling with all that difficulty. Heal 2 wounds.
Cool. Beep, beep.
And then 4 wounds.
Awesome.
And 2 more wounds.
Cool.
He'll give you 3 doses until we just get somewhere to rest.
Okay.
This is a completely different game, but Mara, I can't import your pilot until you save it with the updated field guide to Soldan, because apparently the LCPs for CompCon are not backwards compatible.
Fine. Okay.
For those of you that are watching at home,
Figure out how to
tune
do
in
that.
next week when our Lancer game is coming back as our rotating chair of as our musical chairs of GMs change once again, and I will be running a Lancer game in that same time slot as we try desperately to get a Lancer game to continue past the 3rd episode. Tune in; it'll be
We'll
great.
get there one day.
Admire your optimism.
Look, if there's one thing I can guarantee, it's that if I'm running it, it'll get at least to 5 episodes before I give up on it. Anyways. So yeah, so you're in the forward operating base. Where do you want to go first?
Medical.
Sickle.
So you left here roughly 8 hours ago.
Really? That's it? I thought we spent the night at the...
Yeah, we did.
You spent the night here. Oh, no, you just spent the night at the
No,
forward
We
operating
spent
base.
the night at the
Right.
at the listening post too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you left. So you left here a day ago.
Uh-huh.
That's
Hale, hearty, with hope in your eyes and a spring in your step. You come back less than that. No, it's the third. It's the third Lancer game because there have been 3 GMs, and I'm the third. Because Cody ran one, and then that died, and then Andrew ran one.
Andrew
That
was the
died.
second one. Okay.
And
For
now
some reason, I
I'm
thought
running
Navarin ran one as well, but I...
No, Navarre was interested in playing in Lancer, but hadn't actually wasn't
Okay,
actually able
gotcha,
to
gotcha.
jump in the time zone. Yeah, and so yeah, I'll be running it. Anyways, we're trying to see if more people want to get into it in the Slack, but that's a separate thing.
Time slots.
Time slots. Time is a construct.
Flat circle, man.
Time is a weird soup.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
So yeah, we're headed to the hospital. I
You
think.
head to medical. You head to medical.
Yeah.
So you come back a day later, very ragged and distraught, carrying a broken case with 3 vaccines in it.
Speak for yourself.
Two of you still feverish slightly. I don't know. The fever broke. It's still
Yep.
tired.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk into the room where those doctors were conversing, and they turn and look at you, and there's just a beat of silence as they stare at you.
Chakwa. Chakwa.
Vaccines.
Chakwa.
We blew up a ship.
The Bothan to the Bothan to Plunk. Chakwa. You all look terrible, the doctor says as she takes the box from Nere's.
You're not wrong, but I feel great. I mean, I'm in pain and about to die, but I feel great.
What is wrong with you?
I feel like we need to get all of-
Vengeance is a very good motivator.
I feel like we should put all of you in Bacta tanks for a month.
Of course, Wrath is physically fine.
Vazia only
fine.
has 3 wounds right now. She's not that bad.
But you do look damaged because you were in an explosion.
Oh, yes. So we did all just come out of an explosion.
Let's get you all patched up. So you are all given stim packs and repair kits to the maximum, to whatever your current maximum is. The people that are administering them are particularly skilled, so each repair kit and stim pack heals you 2 more than it would normally. So
You lose 1 off your potential, the amount that's healed
every
each time, right?
every time you're healed, you lose 1, and you can keep getting healed until you would heal 0.
Well, no, it actually, you could be healed 5 times, period. Even with the bonuses, it's just that when you hit that 5th one, instead of healing for 1, you will heal for 3, and then you won't be able to be healed.
I mean, it would be really goddamn hard for anybody to need to be healed that many, I think.
Yeah, because it goes in with these guys, people, if you have not taken any stim packs or any heals from me, it would be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, none.
So who all has been healed prior?
Once.
Bryce.
So I'm 6, 5, and I'm done.
Well, you've been healed once, so it would be you're 6'5", and then you're done needing healing, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then
mhm.
I'm
Right,
done
right.
needing healing. I'm
Plunk only needs 1. He was only down to two wounds. So
Okay.
so he's got
Vazia
2
only
more
needs
left
1
today.
with only 3 remaining wounds. Yeah.
That patches.
Okay. So you're all patched and healed pretty thoroughly. As they set you down and begin applying anesthesia and some rapid healing back to gel. And as you do, the other scientists extract the 3 remaining vials and begin testing it and synthesizing to see. And as they do, you hear from them, you actually did it. What we've spent the last 3 years trying to accomplish, you did in a day.
We also took out an entire ship full of pirates on the way back.
Who are you people?
I'm
Plunk strikes a power stance. Plunk Kekek, first Imperator Duke of the Jundland Wastes, and my attaché.
We are
They're
group of
Twilight
indiv-
Knights.
We are a group of
Oh,
individuals who come from a wide array of backgrounds.
Let's clarify. Some of them are Twilight Knights.
Made an expansive gesture, and they is a non-specific number.
There's a range of emotions that flit across the faces of the people in the room as Plunk, Hekek, the Duke, compared to the Jungled Wastes, Twilight Knights, and people from a variety of backgrounds. Some of them are Twilight Knights, and then a groan from Nerees. All happen in the span of about 6 seconds.
Yep.
Silence. One of them holds a cred stick out towards you.
Yoink.
We appreciate that, Korthrath says, as SD takes the cred stick.
You're the best.
I believe. Does anyone remember what they had promised you? Because I certainly don't.
I have no.
I have no idea.
Nope.
10,000 Republic credits each.
What was it? 10,000?
10,000 Republic credits each.
That sounds right. So yeah, so on that cred stick, there are 50,000 Republic credits.
Okay.
Well, what Plunk, Hekek, Duke, Imperator of the Jungle Wastes, and Twilight Knight Attaché
And SD.
and Esty, we appreciate your service greatly. You have saved many lives.
Glad to do
Whatever
so.
for whatever that's worth.
Apparently, it's worth about 50,000 credits.
You get the sense that she's like more implying that she's not sure if the 50,000 credits or the saving the lives would have motivates you more or less.
If I may. I've been wearing this helmet for a very long time, and I'd like to get some fresh air without panic.
You could remove your helmet.
And he does.
There's a collective step back from everyone except for the Bothan, who seems like he's seen this before.
And
course he has.
as he does that, Avazia will go ahead and remove hers.
There's a second step back, and then the Bothan to Plunk in Jawaese goes, Redskins.
As I said, I would like to be able to get fresh air without panic.
Plunk goes, actually, they're called the Washington football team.
Oh, no shit?
I believe it's Commanders now.
Yeah, they actually, but they're always just going to
They
be the
finally
Washington
picked a name.
football team
I
because
like
that's
the
more
Washington.
funny than anything else that they could come up with.
Look, I am just really happy that they were perfectly okay with being called that for like 2 years
Right.
as their
Honestly.
official team name.
Like honestly, like that's a more marketable name than anything else could possibly be, because now you're not just a Washington football team, you are the Washington,
Washington
football
football.
team. I would have kept that.
The problem with that would be good for anywhere that was not Washington, D.C., because then people say, you mean the Seahawks?
Right.
Yeah.
Avazia will say, we're not all bad. She will point at Plunk. Also, you should refer to him as Your Highness.
But no, we're also not all affiliated with the Empire.
Nope.
No, it's just pardon the saying, but most of the time when we encounter those of your species, they're trying to kill us. So,
Well,
you
we
can
have yet to
understand
do that.
You can understand the hesitancy.
This is part of why I felt the need to prove our intent before removing my helmet.
If we wanted to kill you, you'd be dead.
You're not helping your case.
I was going to say, Plug just sort of
Avazia.
turns to look at Avazia with that, like, not helping.
She'll shrug. I'm being truthful.
What is
Also-
SD doing with the cred stick?
As he's put it away for now.
Oh, okay.
In any event, we are glad to help.
We're glad of your help. There's still like again, it doesn't matter if you understand that the wolf isn't there to kill you. You've still been charged at by rabid wolves too many times. It's the sort of the
Oh,
attitude you're
legit.
getting. Like
So
they have they're currently having both a logical and an emotional reaction, and the two aren't like combating each other. It's well, certainly appreciate all you've done. I would say that while I understand the desire to prove yourself and that you are not explicitly affiliated with the Sith Empire, the soldiers on the watch post are trained to shoot first, ask questions later. So,
This is why I've been wearing my helmet everywhere on this planet.
yes, so before you leave the building, I would suggest
Indeed.
putting it back on, yes.
As it turns out, the guise of a Mandalorian is more pleasant than that of a Sith.
We're used to mercenaries. And we're also used to those who aren't Mandalorians wearing their armor.
Surprising how common of a thing that is.
As it turns out, they have the best armor they have some of the best armor in the galaxy.
Turns out that some of the best warriors in the galaxy will still be destroyed by greed. Well, is there anything else that we can do for you? She says, indicating to the vaccines that are currently spinning up.
We could use some of those before we leave.
Nereus?
They had given us a whole bunch of emergency repair kits. Do how many of those besides the two I used would I have?
Oh, none.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
They didn't give you any. They applied healing to you
Okay.
as if it
All
was
right.
these things.
My medical supplies were lost in the blast. Do you have anything extra I might take?
Yes, we can spare some. Yes.
Excellent. Can they get me a physician's kit?
Yes, they can get you a physician's kit.
Oh, good.
Plunk kind of reaches up and tugs on SD's tunic a little bit.
Hmm?
Tiny pa.
No.
Plunk goes over and tugs on Avasia's tunic a little bit.
Yes.
Points.
Yes.
Pa. Opakwa. He's like, I would like some of that money for armor.
We will settle that in a little bit.
Did this place have any sort of like market or anything when we were coming in, John?
The spaceport did. You haven't seen one here.
I haven't seen one here at the base yet.
You also haven't explored the base all that much. You sort of came
Right.
in, got your assignment, and then left. So
Okay.
Any stim packs or repair kits you could spare for us before we leave, and also a few doses of the vaccine once it's done synthesizing. would be
the vaccine,
appreciated.
certainly. Our medical supplies are limited. The physician's kit is the best we can do.
Mhm.
As a gift. There is a supplier that does bring in regular resupplies, though they do charge us as well.
Mhm.
I can point you to where they're based in the camp.
That would be useful.
As I get a ring stuck on my finger. It fit going on, and then it stopped fitting. Okay, there it goes.
Because your finger swells from the pressure of having a ring on it.
Yeah, it's weird like that. It's water displacement. Anyways. You're muted, Mara.
Oh,
Or at least you weren't talking loud enough.
Oh yeah, no, we get it up above and butter.
Yeah.
How you do it?
Or it's an adjustable ring, so I just stuck a lever in there and.
Okay, fair.
Yes, there. And they'll indicate to you where the where you can find. It's basically on the opposite side of this encamped building. There's a the garage, the motor pool is on the opposite side of the compound. There we have a supply train that comes in with various supplies that can be sold or purchased, arms, armaments, ammunition, things like that. From it's a caravan of suppliers that resupply at the spaceport and then make their way around the various encampments that we have here on Terrace. And with that caravan, there is a medical supplier. So if you need some stim packs or repair kits, you can purchase them from there.
Excellent. I think we'll do that. How long would it take to synthesize some doses of the vaccine for us?
Ting! They reach over and pull out 5. Yeah.
Thank you.
The vaccines produce quickly. If you come back in a day, we should have plenty more.
Good to know, he says as he puts his helmet back on.
And we can get these sent out as soon as we get this formula replicated. So, thank you.
Happy to help.
All right, let's go get some supplies before we leave. Vaza, you want to put the helmet back on?
Right.
Do you?
Oh no, she does. I'm sorry.
Okay. She says right and then does nothing. It's like
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired right now. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
no. She puts it back on as she says that.
So, get over to the caravan. And just like they said, there is currently a series of, they're basically like hover trucks. Like if you took like a 16-wheeler and then chopped all the wheels off and replaced it with hover pads. 16-wheeler?
Yes.
18-wheeler?
18-wheeler.
There are 16-wheelers, but 18-wheelers also.
Yeah, basically like that. If you took a truck and chopped the legs off and put hover pads on it, that's what it looked like. And the side of it has been sort of set up out as an awning, from which there are stalls extended that have a variety of merchandise available for purchase. There are a few members of the compound here that are going through and purchasing it very clearly. It looks like they have some sort of internal currency that they're using sort of as a requisition alternative with the supply chain, but then you can also spend credits to get additional things, which is what you and other mercenaries that are coming through also can spend credits to buy things here at this.
I have to spend real money to get fake money.
No, they're spending fake money to get real goods, and then you're spending real money to also get real goods.
Cool.
So, what are you looking for?
Stim packs and emergency repair kits, first of all.
Plunk's looking to see if he can get armor on his robes. Armored robes.
Armored robes, you say? Yeah, you can certainly get some armored robes. They cost 4,500 credits.
Can I get some mods and upgrades to those?
Depends on what the mods you're looking for are, but yes, you can get supplies to mod them.
Okay.
As far as stim packs go and repair kits, let's see. Stim pack is 25 credits each. They have a limited supply of them. Looks like they've got a crate. They've got a crate that has about 20 stim packs in it.
We'll buy all the stim packs they are willing to sell to us.
It will sell you all of the ones that they have spare, which is that one crate.
20 stim packs.
They also
For 500
have,
credits.
They do also have repair kits. I'm just trying to find the prices on.
Does this system have adrenals as a thing? Like adrenal boosters
Yes.
as a thing?
Yes. They do have those. Why can't I find repair kits? Why am I not finding repair kits?
Repair kits are on Edge of the Empire, 182 to 183.
Oh, because I'm on Force and Destiny, where you don't have
That'll
droids
do
as
it.
player characters. That's
No,
why.
Yep.
There are no droids as player characters, so there will never ever be a reason for you to need to buy repair kits in a Force and Destiny game.
Nah, you're just gonna leave those behind. Once they break.
These will never be relevant for anybody. There are never any droids in Force and Destiny games, not as player characters or NPCs.
I mean, let's be honest.
Only
It's
have
just
battle
an
droids.
excuse to put the one thing in the other book so you buy the other book.
I mean, that's fair.
The counterpoint to that is Force Destiny was the last book to come out. So, assumedly, you already had the other books.
Fair, unless you were never interested until the Jedi game came around.
Fair.
They're technically supposed to be separate games.
They're separate games using the exact same rules. Emergency repair patches.
Just like World of Darkness.
They have significantly more of these. They have like a crate of 100 emergency repair kits if needed.
How many of those would you like to be carrying on hand?
A bunch.
You have a
but I don't know how
limited
many.
supply in your chest.
Yeah. What's the encumbrance on those?
Encumbrance is 0, which means every 10 of them is going to be 1.
That's L. Encumbrance L is every
L.
10 is 1.
Oh, yeah,
0 is just they don't really qualify for encumbrance, but there's
Cool.
just a
As
lot.
many
There's
as
just the
stuff.
logical amount of whether or not you can just carry that many.
I would say that one person could carry about 20 of them.
I am bad at repairing myself.
So you want to just get 20 of them,
Yes, please.
and those are the same price as emergency repair patches.
Yep.
So another 500 credits. I will give 1,000 credits for 20 stim packs and 20 repair packs.
You get them. But yes, you can pretty much find the materials you need to modify things, Jack, at material cost.
Okay, cool.
So do with that what
I
you
forgot. The credits line is actually just a text line rather than a number line, so I can actually just write I have 10,000 hot credits and 9,000 Republic credits now.
Do we distribute the
Oh,
credits?
yeah, assuming we distribute that at any point.
Obviously,
now I have
no.
nothing.
I've run away at this point, and I am taking my 50,000 credits,
Uh-huh.
and I'm getting off this fucking planet, and
Right.
y'all can fuck off. No.
That seems
You can spend
understandable.
you can spend 10,000 of those, get a brain implant, and like make yourself even smarter.
But yeah,
Nope.
so we distribute those.
Yeah.
Assumedly.
Yeah,
Yes.
Plunk will burn all 10,000 of his on armored robes with superior customization and an energy dispersion system.
And that's why I didn't just give the cred stick to Plunk.
Fair.
Because I guarantee
That's exactly 10,000.
I guarantee there would have been no credits left on that stick.
You don't know.
Am I wrong?
You don't know.
I am not wrong.
Sounds like you're not wrong. All
Look,
right.
That quadruples his soak value. So, you know.
Where's the
right. I
energy-
should probably.
What's the energy dispersion mod?
That's basically when you take strain damage, it increases your soak by 2.
Okay.
Both those mods are on page 201. They each take 1 hard point, and armored robes have 2 hard points. So
There you go.
While we're here, is there anything just in general we should probably get?
If there's any upgrades you want to make to your equipment, if they have the supplies for it, can we get upgrade supplies for our Biscargum while we're here?
Depends on what you're trying to get, but yeah.
Like the superior quality modification, for instance.
No, you can't increase the quality of the Biscargum directly without being able to mold it, which you don't have the capacity for. So you can't do like superior. If there were any like tech mods or anything that you wanted to add on, you could do that. But the superior quality would require finding a Biscargum smith.
So then
but you could say implant an in-helmet scanner or something like that too.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you can actually add things onto it. You just can't do anything that would modify the material itself. Like you couldn't add a cortosis mod to it or anything like that.
I would like to get some optical things, but I don't remember what prices are, so I'll have to look it up.
What kind of optical things are you wanting to get?
I had I forgot what the term for it was, but I had we'd see heat signatures, and it was magnification and good and low light. It was some sort of binoculars.
Scanner goggles or the general purpose scanner, or the electro binoculars and the macro
I
binoculars.
think it was the electro binoculars.
Electro binoculars allow you to see normally in low light or extremely bright conditions. Also provide magnification of targets up to 10 kilometers away. Yeah, I think it was probably those.
Yeah, I think so. How much are those gonna run me?
That would cost you 250 credits.
Okay.
we can't buy attachments with any mods on them, I'm assuming, because that's typically something you need a mechanic for.
Yeah. You buy the attachment and then you mod the attachment. Modding is a mechanic's role.
We don't have a good enough mechanic anymore.
You could pay somebody to mod them if you had somebody available, but there's nobody here that mods things.
Yeah.
That's more of a starport thing.
We no longer have our mechanic with us.
What are you talking about? Plunk's right there. So is Nereus. All right. So anything else anyone wants to get at the store?
Plunk's good.
I mean, Plunk's okay, but
Plunk's fine.
Plunk's chaotic neutral.
Plunk's all right. The Plunk abides.
He does. That's just like your opinion, man.
I guess where are we heading? I know we're still here for a little bit. Where are we planning to head next?
Reclaim territory out by the lake,
Yes.
or look for the surgeons that can take your guys' explosives out.
Well, we also didn't find the source of the hunger either. We turned back with the vaccines.
Right.
So we still, I believe the thing about the Jedi was that the governor would contact us when he had that information. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's an implication that it would take a while, and that making it worth his while by ingratiating yourself to the local populace would be one way to speed that process up.
which we just did an amount
did.
of, yes.
I mean, you certainly did, yeah. That's going to get reported
Mhm.
back.
But we can take an evening to rest if we need to, depending on how everyone is doing. Did all of our strain get healed over the course of that healing as well, or?
No, not yet. You haven't rested.
Okay. You can take some time to rest if we need to. I don't know if everyone needs to or not.
I could still. I'm feeling good. Actually, I'm feeling fucking wired as shit. But I'm also, wired and tired. That's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And it's equal amounts of both. And they're both at a reasonably recent high.
So we can take a rest, recover our energy, even if we've been patched up physically. And then either complete the recovering of land and then go look for the hunger, or continue our search for the hunger first. We have access to vaccines now.
You were told that there was some potential gear that you could find at the land reclamation job.
And yes, doing the land reclamation job could find us more equipment to make searching for the hunger easier.
This is true. Just saying, if we want to ingratiate ourselves like nothing else, maybe getting rid of the cause of the rat ghouls is a good way to do that.
I don't know if that will eliminate the source of the rat ghouls, but it might also make the animals more docile, because this feels like the thing that is driving the native wildlife more aggressive as well.
For sure.
In either case, it would definitely be something that would ingratiate us to the people.
Yep.
As would this one to a very specific family, which would likely get reported back and put us in more good graces as well.
Plunk's vote is go scavenge gear and then take on the hunger.
I'm all for going straight out after the fucking.
I think we should take a rest first.
I mean, take a rest, yes.
Yes, very much so. Yeah. Rest. Yeah.
I will fall over before we reach the source of the.
So we rest first, but then deciding after that to go pursue the land reclaimment and scavenging equipment, or directly pursuing the source of this hunger. I am relatively indifferent. We have one vote for both at the moment. Nerys and Avasia, what are you thinking?
Sorry, Vazi is deep in thought.
Vasia's going 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus
I
1.
will punch you, John.
That was a clue.
That's a clue
reference.
reference. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Oh, yes.
1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
Avazia will say, I think we should look into the hunger.
Nerys.
You realize when I sigh, that is an effort I am putting in because I do not breathe.
We're aware.
I only want to get dented up one more damn time. Fine. We'll go to find the fuck. God.
I feel like you're frustrated.
That was inconclusive.
I sense with my
To be fair, Nerys.
I didn't know you could flip us off.
I can. I got new hands.
Now they can, yeah.
I got 5 fingers on those hands. To be fair, Nerys, you are the deciding vote, basically.
Yep.
Well,
If
no,
you're-
if Nerys votes the other way, then it's a tie and Korsarath decides.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Korsarath has already vocalized that he thinks it might be better to go find gear first, even though he has.
Well, he said that he's indifferent.
Yeah. He's not deciding. He's being indecisive. I
He
made
said
a
that
decision.
he said that he is indifferent, so he is basically not voted at the moment.
Until he has to vote.
Yeah, until he has to vote. If they lean one way, then he makes a deciding vote. But
To be honest, either way, the SG feeling pretty good about how this is going to turn out.
Gah!
So yeah. So again, Nereus is effectively the deciding vote at the moment.
I'm going to join Caecilian
The Sith
on
or the dark side.
On that beach that he's always talking about.
Yes, damn it.
Now you know why he
I
talks
could
about
go
it so
there.
much.
Yes, I could go there and I wouldn't get attacked by, I would not get in an explosion. I could get some nice new skin and maybe it would last for more than one day.
You're right.
But no,
Nereus,
I'll go on this.
you're right. We could absolutely move away from all of this and never have to deal with it again. And
You're
then
going
have...
to, okay, fine.
No, I'm
This
going to
is
be
it.
honest. And then be bothered every night while we sleep about the fact that of the things we could have done and didn't.
Damn you.
Like, I'm not trying to guilt trip you. I know
Yes,
that's
you
what
are.
No, I know that's what it is, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to point out that if we do leave, that's going to happen regardless.
God, I've already capitulated. Stop gloating.
I'm not gloating.
I'm going now.
You still haven't actually said which way you want to go.
I said that the going toward the hunger.
I feel like it has been made obvious in
yeah.
context clues.
that is 3 votes for the hunger, one for scavenging, 1 indifference. No matter which way I vote, then it will be to the hunger.
I like that of all the characters, Nereus is the one that has become most like Caecilian.
It's rubbed off on me.
Then we will find the source of this aggression and hunt it down in the morning once we have rested.
All right.
So, you all go and rest at various locations. Find bedrooms, find a energy recharging station for Nereus.
Get all the
pile up-
sand out of everywhere. It's gotten in there again.
Yeah, it gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Plunk will help with that.
Cool.
Well,
It's
that's
coarse
why
and
some-
rough and gets everywhere.
No. Not allowed.
We almost made it. We were this close.
Just
folks.
describing sand. I don't know what the problem is.
Yes, you're making accurate and facile observations about the nature of silicon-based material.
Not like I said I hate sand or anything. Not like I murdered a bunch of children. So you all rest for the evening. As you go through your various methods of power cycling down, Nereus and your vague bit of consciousness that you have as you're recharging.
Uh-oh.
You're sitting in the oil bath, cleansing yourself of all the sand and dirt and grime and rubble and ruin. And you feel this warm pulse of energy coming from your lightsaber.
I look down at it and cautiously extend my senses there.
You push your mind out towards it, and you sort of feel this warmth coming from it. Not a familiar warmth, but a warmth nonetheless. And as your consciousness touches it, you almost feel like you're pulled free from your physical body
Oh, that's not good.
as you astrally project a sense of self. You vision flashes to various scenes one of which is a empty field surrounded by massive statues of individuals dressed in archaic outfits. In the middle of it is a stone altar, atop which there sits a multifaceted, gold-lined crystalline device just sitting on this altar. Opposite you, as you sort of come to an awareness of this altar and that you are standing present to it, you see a woman. She's wearing armored robes that armor around the torso and shoulders with a heavy durable leather cloak-like long coat aspect that hangs down loosely at her hips. In one hand, an unlit lightsaber is held very loose and casually. A hood with internal lighting on it is up above, the sort of thing that would act sort of like as a passive aura of light for her viewing in dark places. The skin is pale, the hair is silver, the eyes are gold. And she is looking at the object on the altar and then raises her eyes to you. It doesn't say anything, but you feel out on awareness and recognition. And you hear in your mind, the Twilight Order survives. You have the Exarch's lightsaber, or this crystal. I will find you. And you're back in your body. And at that point, we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.